Thank you for the opportunity to testify today. My name is Hugh Baran, and I'm a board member of the National Employment Lawyers Association of New York and a partner at workers' rights law firm Katz Banks Human. New York workers are facing a triple threat to their workplace rights. First, our federal labor enforcement agencies are being stripped for parts. Elon Musk and Donald Trump are slashing enforcement staff at the U.S. Department of Labor and imposing new limits on the ability of USDOL, the National Labor Relations Board, and the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission to enforce worker protections. Second, the current anti-immigrant climate being stoked by Trump and Musk is driving immigrant workers back into the shadows, deterring these workers from asserting their rights at work. Finally, a practice that is a favorite of Elon Musk's corporations has exploded over the past decade and is privatizing our justice system, forced arbitration provisions with class action waivers, which require workers to bring any claims individually in secret, private arbitrations. Because of corporations' adoption of forced arbitration, more than 80% of private sector non-union workers are now denied their right to collectively enforce their rights before judges and juries. The New York State DOL lacks the resources to meet this triple threat. The agency has historically high caseloads and low staffing levels, which leave workers waiting years for even the most basic wage theft cases to be adjudicated. What Commissioner Reardon didn't tell you earlier is that as of 2023, New York DOL has only 129 labor standards investigators. That's fewer than half the investigators DOL had in the 1960s. A temporary increase in DOL's budget would not change this. As Commissioner Reardon acknowledged at last year's budget hearing, the agency will simply never have the resources to address the wage theft that is facing New Yorkers to the tune of more than $3 billion a year. But the legislature has a solution, one that 61 assembly members and 29 senators support, the EmPIRE Worker Protection Act, co-sponsored by Assembly Member Simon and Senator Hoylman-Sigal. It is high time that EmPIRE be included in the state budget. It addresses the state's lack of public enforcement capacity by allowing workers, whistleblowers, and labor organizations to stand in the shoes of the state and bring public enforcement actions to enforce the labor law. EmPIRE does not create any new requirements for employers. It simply expands public enforcement of laws that are already on the books. EmPIRE actions would also not be subject to forced arbitration or class action waivers, and EmPIRE would generate over $100 million per year for New York DOL, a permanent revenue stream for DOL enforcement efforts and expanded staffing levels. That's a win-win-win for workers, law-abiding employers, and New York DOL and its employees. Finally, I want to say a word about two items in the executive budget. We strongly urge the legislature to reject the governor's proposal to gut manual laborers' weekly pay protections in Labor Law 191. We, on the flip side, applaud the governor's historic proposed increase of $11 million for the State Division of Human Rights. Because of this EEOC's sudden reversal of enforcing anti-discrimination laws for LGBTQ people, we urge the legislature to actually double this proposed increase. Thank you.